Alico3 here. Today's video will be another Cardboard Futures sale recap. Keep in mind all prices are with shipping, so some of these have $3 shipping, some are $3.50, others are free. So we'll start it off with actually let's do the raw cards first. So Aaron Rodgers base tops. Love this. You can't get better than these classic base flagship tops rookies, but the Rodgers still very affordable if you're looking to pick up a Rodgers for your PC or whatnot, but beautiful. Nice Peyton Manning medal. Lamar Jackson base optic, and a lot of these in this video were ran in auction, so auctions can be very random, so sometimes cards go for a lot more than I anticipated, and sometimes a lot less. Just the way it is with those. Passport Mahomes, I just thought this card was, I didn't like it. It's not very appealing. Randy Moss, Rookies and Stars. This card's beautiful. It's kind of a tough pull too. The checklist is pretty deep from 98 Leaf Rookies and Stars. I think you get 6 per hobby box, but I want to say there's close to 100 rookies. It might be more like 50 to 75, but I'll have to look on the checklist. Pacific Omega Peyton. This is a neat one. Very condition sensitive too, so nice. Another Peyton Manning. This is a neat one. I've been getting these in packs lately. He's in series 1, I believe, of Leaf 1990. So Sosa's base rookie in near mint shape. This was, I know this was an auction, but it's the action. Fernando Tatis Jr. from 19 Heritage high number. Beautiful. And I don't know how they would grade it, because most of the copies I've seen of the base and the action of this Heritage high number, there's just little push-ins on the bottom here. But I still think it's mint condition, so it just kind of depends on the grader. I'm sure it could get a PSA 9 or an 8. I don't know. It's pretty random. Tops, Breeze, base flagship. Beautiful. Watch out, there's a lot of sellers that'll try to list this, but it's really the 2010 reprint version, and the stock is a little darker. It's pretty obvious if you've collected for a while, but that's happened to me probably about 5 times now, because I buy that card a lot. But Heritage high number purples. This is in like the hot packs, I think. Like each case, there's one box where you get 1 purple per box or something like that. That's what they did last year. This one went pretty good. I think it was auction too. I listed it as near mint plus because these corners are just kind of pushing up, and I didn't want the buyer to get the card, and that's what happened. You know, a lot of cards I buy online are just come to me in like EX shape or EX plus, and it's just not acceptable. So hopefully the buyer's okay with these corners, because I don't know what it would grade out at, but it's a little rough on the 93 Bowman. Okay, so 2 of these sold. One buy it now and one auction, so you'll kind of see the differences and kind of what happens a lot when you do auction versus buy it now. But the 86 Donruss rookies, Barry Bonds, love that card. 87 Donruss opening day. I believe there is an air version with says Barry Bonds, but it's Johnny Ray's picture. But this is the correct one. And this Chris Bryant's pretty neat. Topps Chrome 2015, just a base. Pete Alonso Finest. This one went in auction, and it was pathetic what it went for, but there's just so much product out there. So Alonso, here's a running back, Josh Jacobs. So 2019 certified Josh Jacobs. I guess you could call it a patch. There's a little sliver of silver there on the left, but this is the base one to 299. Love the certified RPAs. Jamal Charles. This is Beckett. I actually slabbed this or sent it in myself probably 9 or 10 years ago. 6,500,000. But he's a running back. Just they don't keep their hobby. I mean, he had a little bit of hobby for a couple of years, but as soon as you're out of the league, you don't really have any value. So it'll be interesting to see what this player right here can do. So Saquon, you know, I don't know about the long-term aspect of his hobby. He's obviously an exciting player to collect and watch, but if you're looking at it from an investment standpoint, you're better off staying with the quarterbacks. So Saquon, PSA 10, and the base Donruss. Bowman drafted Brendan Rodgers, who had somewhat of a disappointing rookie season, which ended in injury, I think around August. But I don't even think he hit a home run. I have to check the amount of plate appearances, but that's his draft rookie in a 10. This was bad. It was auction, but it's out of 99. It's a die cut from 2013, which I would consider his rookie season. But it's an 8, and Correa is just cold, and I don't think anybody really wanted this card. It's got good shine, though. These have cooled off a little bit as the season has ended and the Braves are out of it. But Acuna, Chrome update in a 10. I'm not a huge fan of that photo. This was a CBF item, so I had it marked up a little higher. It is the Francoeur SPX from 2005. And kind of a high print run of 1275, but nonetheless a great card of a future Hall of Famer. We have got Devers, who has seen a little uptick in his hobby from his sensational sophomore season. So here's his Chrome batting base in a 10. Fireworks Brady. I just don't really like cards like this in a 10 because the pop's usually over 90%, so I don't typically keep cards in my PC when they're pretty much guaranteed a 10, if you look at the card. Archives Soto in a 9. Don't know what. Maybe the top to bottom's a little off. Yeah. So Soto Archives in a 9. This was pretty bad in auction too. Deshaun Watson, but I mean it's a low-end contenders insert and it's a 9, so there's really no market for it. Couple of these pups. So I probably bought them raw for about $2 a piece. Cost of grading, I think it's pretty much you're breaking even on these. So when a card comes back like an 8, a card like this comes back an 8, it's not really that bad of a thing because you're not really going to lose much money at all. So a couple of 8s on the Griffs. And the upside is 9s, which happen a lot, and the 10, which doesn't happen in that card. Julio Rodriguez, Chrome Prospects in a 10. And big prospect for the Mariners. And finishing out with a Jeter. This was also a CBF item. A Mint 9, his 93 tops. That one's definitely off-centered. 60-40, possibly worse. So that was Monday night. Nothing too major, but a lot of, decent sales. A lot of auctions, too. So I'm out later.